Todd, honey.
He's funny.
Monday through Friday.
5 to 7 on the radio.
You can tell she likes Todd for Todd. That's a nuts. Real character, that one.
Todd, let's do this.
Get the show started.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, Todd, you got off the couch today. So we're gonna give you just a little bit of praise. A little bit of praise just for you. Woo-hoo! You actually got off your couch today. You know we gotta give you praise. Sing that name. Sing that name. Oh, Todd, we praise you.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. And you can follow me on social media at Evening Edge Todd. Tonight on the show, wow, another car into a building happened today in Huber Heights. We got video of it. We got photographs. It's crazy. Also, drunk and disorderly. What's the craziest thing you tried to do drunk? I'll admit I've done some pretty silly, ridiculous things after one too many martinis, but I've never tried climbing something. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Also, if your phone's ever been stolen, did you ever track it? I got a story of a woman who found her phone on the other side of the world. Crazy. It's also Wing It Wednesday, and we're going to have a couple of folks here from the Violent Free Futures in Greene County, Heather Culbreth and Celeste Hurley. So they're going to be here after 6:30, and I'm anxious to see what kind of wings they bring. I'm just being honest. That's the way Wing It Wednesday works. First thing I want to get to, though, last night we started the show about the story of this woman in Springfield. I saw this on WHIO.com last Friday night. She was at home by herself with her Great Dane, and somebody threw rocks at her windows, her front windows, and it was a rental, and they broke 4, 5, 6 of these windows. So she called her landlord. I don't know what discussion she had with the landlord, but the landlord sent out somebody to fix the windows, and the guy told her, well, it's going to be $600 and you're responsible. Now, I'm no lawyer. I don't know what sort of conversations took place other than what was reported in the story. But, last night I lamented on the air that I don't think that is her responsibility. That sounds like something that would be that of a landlord, unless the person who broke the windows was someone that lived with her or maybe a guest that she had over to the house. But from what I could tell in the story, that wasn't the case. This was a drive-by rocking. And she got video of it, by the way. It was some guy and jumped in a van and took off. So who knows what the story is there. But I asked the Edgeheads last night, I said, what could we do to help this woman out? What could we do? I could certainly reach out and, see if I could hook her up with somebody that might be able to assist her if, in fact, it's going to be on her shoulders. Well, I had a number of people reach out to me. And if you were listening late in the show yesterday, I played a video clip from somebody by the name of CJ Prater, and he's with a nonprofit in Medway called Homes Without Borders. And he said in his video he wanted to help. And I was corresponding with him last night when I got home. We were going back and forth. He found out who this person was, where she lived, and I followed up with him today, and guess what? He gave me the good news, and he may call here shortly. I asked him to call tonight, but he's probably a very busy guy. He said that they are going to get her windows and make sure that they're covered and paid for. So that is awesome. And that is one of the reasons I love the Edgeheads out there. This is sort of like a community, this show. I feel like over the last number of years that we've been doing it, we've sort of built up this community, and you're all Edgeheads. And whenever possible, we try to lend a helping hand. So Thank you to CJ, and maybe we'll hear from him later. I mean, he could be putting in the windows right now, for all I know, right? I'm here in a nice, comfortable studio, and he's out there in the elements putting up the windows. So we'll see what happens. The other thing, of course, tomorrow is the big day. It's NATOriffic in Dayton. Tomorrow is the kickoff of the springtime assembly here at, I like to call it the NATO Jamboree, really. It's going on downtown. We've been talking about it nonstop for the last couple weeks. They've got 10 square blocks of downtown pretty much blocked off at this point, from what I understand. All traffic into the NATO village zone is restricted and pedestrian access is limited. You're going to have to show them your ID. If you work down there, you live down there, that may be the only way you're getting in. And don't try to fool around with these security folks. I don't know if they brought, NATO soldiers or what, but you don't want to mess with these guys. You don't want to do it. And speaking of, I mentioned we've got that drunken disorderly story coming up, and climbing. Don't try to climb the fence either. They will whack you down like you have no idea. From north to south, the zones of the village includes Monument Avenue to 3rd Street. From west to east, the zone includes North Wilkinson Street to Riverside Drive at its furthest points. And this particular zone covers roughly 68 acres of downtown. And the boundaries are subject to change based on whatever security developments there may be. When I was heading home last night, I was driving down Main Street towards downtown. I was going by Miami Valley Hospital, and I saw one of those big flashing traffic signs, warning signs. And it said NATO questions or NATO hotline, and it gave a number. I've been calling it probably every hour or so since last night, except, of course, when I was sleeping. And basically what it says is this is the City of Dayton NATO information hotline, and it will be updated if there's an emergency. Click. That's it. There's nothing else on there. And I saw a story today that says the Dayton police have dedicated a line for those questions specifically regarding the NATO assembly and downtown impacts. And guess what? There's nothing on there. Nothing on there. So maybe that's just an emergency number. In case all hell breaks loose and the protesters go bananas, you might be able to call that and get some timely information. But we'll see. And speaking of that, a few nights ago, I said something about, I came out of the show, I was talking about the NATO summit, and I sort of just, I guess, improv, a couple of lines to a potential parody. Well, it's done. And we will be hearing it coming out of the 6:30 news, or 5:30 news, excuse me. So if you'd like to hear my another of the Evening Edge ill-advised parodies, it's coming up after 5:30. We have a car into a building.
You crashed your car.
In local news, a spectacular car crash. House car.
Well, I had a number of people send this to me. I got pictures, I got video. Robert at Curtis Media Transfer out there in Huber. He was out there with the camera. He was taking shots. It was great video. Great video he sent to me. This happened on Taylorsville Road, there in Hubrier Heights, as it used to be called. 7069 Taylorsville Road. It's a business called School Solutions. It's a study at home school. And this happened around 10:30 in the morning. There were people inside the building at the time of the crash, but nobody was injured. The driver apparently was trying to park in front of the building, but instead of hitting her brakes, she hit the gas. That'll do it. That'll do it. The building sustained serious damage to the front wall, right to the left of the glass door entrance. Maybe from the pictures that I saw, I think the door may be saved. Maybe saved. We'll see. But I couldn't count how many cinder blocks this particular driver took out, but we're talking at least probably 20 plus. 20 plus. So, but it doesn't appear as though anyone was hurt. So that's good news. Obviously, whoever was driving, terribly shaken up. But that is not what you want to do the week before the weekend of Memorial Day, especially if that's a family car and you're going to be heading out somewhere. But wherever you end up, you're going to have a great story. Hey, what happened to your car? Well, I hit a building.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment. Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H. Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
are busy blocking off streets of downtown Dayton ahead of the first sessions of the NATO assembly. This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Expert brake repair you can trust. Make sure you can stop when you need to the most. Get a little peace of mind by making an appointment today with your trusted brake.
Right, everybody, how we doing? What's going on? Oh, man. Welcome to the show. 2 more shows tonight and tomorrow, and then I'm on vacation for a week. Whatever will you do? Hey, you know what I also heard? That I guess now on Saturday mornings from 7 to 9 a.m., they run my show. Let's see. I'm going to find that. Think that's the case. Dee 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 dee. I think it's on at 7. Thank you, Joel. Man, did you guys see the video of the I want to say it was in maybe Jersey? It was a dump truck that crashed into a house, and it looked like the driver may have had some sort of medical emergency. Oh my gosh, that dump truck hit that house at full speed. I mean, it was though the guy couldn't reach the brake or whatever the health issue was, but man, let me see. Dump truck hits home. Oh, Woodbury Heights, Jersey. Look that up if you have time and you want to see it. Holy cow. I'm going to post it. Here we go. Oh, Hippie just answered me. 6 to 8. Thank you. Thanks for looking. No, I had to ask my producer a question that I didn't want you to hear, Leslie. Who is Hippie? Hippie is our assistant program director. He usually he does a feature, what's happening in Dayton. He goes by his actual name, Chris Hartley, but we all call him Hippie. All right. We got about 20 seconds until the commercial break's over.
Breaks on police reform on the latest at 5:30 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I was just letting the folks know on the live stream that I'm going to be on vacation beginning this Friday and all through next week. So there will be some sort of best of. But I found something out the other day, and I'm always the last to know, which is not a big deal. But if you are up and at 'em on Saturday morning, 6 a.m. until 8 a.m., you could get 2 full hours of the best show from the previous week, assuming there is a good show. But if you want to get up bright and early, you can listen. I think that used to be the Garden Talk slot. Maybe I should start doing some plant features for the for the Saturday morning crowd. Let me tell you, if those were my shrubs, I'd dig them out. That's about the best advice that I can give. This morning, we had meetings here in the building, and I had to get up bright and early. Not that early, but I was up. And I had Miami Valley's Morning News on with Larry Hanskin and Brittany Otto and Jeremy Ratliff. And they were talking about this story that Larry saw on the Daily Express. and I looked it up. Has anybody heard of using bread as a cleaning tool? It says that bread is now being touted as an essential cleaning supply. Experts say the soft texture makes it ideal for delicate surfaces, for erasing marks, and as a natural stain remover on leather. Bread? I've never heard of that. And does it matter what kind of bread? I mean, could you do it with dark rye? Or does it have to be the run-of-the-mill, like Wonder Bread, white Wonder Bread? Bread is also good at picking up fine particles because of its porous texture. Many people use it to remove streaks from windows and shower glass. Now, I have to tell you that sometimes I have a hard time. If I clean the windows in my car on the inside, they get streaky. And my wife has always said, use newspaper print. Like, newspaper, but we don't get the paper anymore. So I don't know where I'm supposed to get that. But I don't know. I'll have to try this. I'll have to try to see if bread is actually a good way to clean windows or mirrors, maybe. I'm not sure. Or my leather chaps. I could.
What am I listening to
What it
now?
says.
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
We've got guests tonight, so the camera is not on the trash can, so you're just going to have to take my word on it. And I missed. So what are you going to do? Whoo! Man, they're showing video of that building that got... That door did not survive after all. Dennis. The Parker Testa Comedy Hour. He might be able to pull it off. Man, I'm just sitting here watching Channel 7, and they're doing another piece on Cheryl. Tonight's her last day, her last broadcast. I gave her a good luck handshake today. Thank you, Ron. Do. Coming up, it's the debut, the world premiere. Hey, Heather. Glad you made it in one piece.
This is a WHIO payroll payout alert.
Thank you, thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok about an hour from now. It is Wing It Wednesday. We're going to have Heather Colbreth and Celeste Hurley. They are from Violent Free Futures in Greene County. And they're going to be here talking about what they do, how they serve the community. and try to make an impact and a difference in people's lives. So stick around for that. And by the way, if you are a nonprofit organization or a community group and you've got a mission you want to tell people about, or an event that's coming up, whatever it might be, I would love to have you on Wing It Wednesday. And all you have to do is bring a plate of wings. Last week, the folks from the Aviation Trail brought me a vat of wings. I think I counted 75. That's when I stopped eating. But that's I appreciate that. But that's not necessary. It's not necessary. But I appreciate their generosity. Just go to my Facebook page or just email me, eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, if you'd like to come on and you want to promote your nonprofit or community organization. So, of course, we're gearing up. Tomorrow is the big kickoff of the NATO Springtime Jamboree. I don't know that's the name of it, but that's what I'm referring to it as. It's going to be happening in downtown Dayton. We've been talking about this for a long time. I remember when Congressman Mike Turner was in the building probably a year ago. And I thought, what's that guy doing here? And it turns out he was here to talk about the big NATO Springtime Jamboree. So that, a lot has been happening with this. Roads downtown closed. People lives are being, disrupted, that have to travel downtown, that live downtown, who visit downtown, the whole deal. But the good thing is, though, they have been making some improvements. We've gotten some potholes cleaned up. We got a new Dayton sign down there by Riverscape. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But, there's a little bit of pain with what's going on. So the other night I was going on the air and I something popped into my head and I just started singing on the air. And I thought, ooh, that has a bit of a ring to it. Could we expand it a little? So here it is, the world premiere of another ill-advised Evening Edge parody. This is NATO, the NATOriffic song. NATO, come and they barricade roads. We say NATO. NATO, come and they barricade roads. Downtown commuters halted by a fence. NATO, come and they barricade roads. City locked down at our expense. NATO, come and they barricade roads. Come, Mr. NATO man, would you like a Cheez-It? NATO, come and they barricade roads. Come, Mr. NATO man, you will like the Cheez-It. NATO, come and they barricade roads. 1 dip, 2 dip, 3 diplomats. NATO, come and they barricade roads. When you leave, please take your trash. NATO, come and they barricade roads. NATO, NATO, come and they barricade roads. Me say NATO. NATO, come and they barricade roads. There you go. My tribute to all the NATO diplomats and bureaucrats that have come to Dayton, and we hope you enjoy your stay, because it is NATOriffic in Dayton. 937-457-1290. Oh, is this CJ? We've got CJ on the line. Talked to him at the beginning of the show. Homes Without Barriers. He's the guy that posted the video last night I played a clip of in regards to the woman in Springfield who had windows broken by some thug. But CJ, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Todd. How are you doing?
I'm well. This is the first time we're actually talking in person, but we've exchanged some messages over the last probably 24 hours or so. And earlier today, you said that you were going to meet with this woman. Her name is Donna, and see what you could do to help her with her window situation. So what are we talking about here? What are we looking at?
So I'm actually headed home. I just left Donna's house. Such a sweet woman, such a fantastic story, honestly, that she shared with me. I have her landlord's information to give him a call and square up the bill, and she's going to get her windows replaced.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Yeah, it went fantastic.
Well, this is just another example, and I've said this. I said this earlier, and I said it yesterday. This is why the Edge heads are the best, why the WHIO listeners are the best, because, I didn't know what was going to come of this. My big hope is that we could get a lawyer on the phone and have them say, yeah, this is not, this isn't her responsibility. I don't know what the story is, but you came through, and I had a number of people who came through that called and said, hey, how can we help? So this is great, CJ. This is just the best.
So Todd, just the support alone from you sharing that story and putting it on the radio yesterday, I mean, it came through tenfold, and it showed on Facebook. It even showed on TikTok a little bit, and I had people reach out from all over. I had a glass company reach out. Just everybody came together, and we're making this happen.
Well, that's fantastic news, because that's the power of local radio and why I'm here. It's to entertain and serve the community. That's my mission statement. It's very simple. It doesn't get any more challenging than that. So,
Todd, you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. Now, when are you gonna? When are the windows gonna go in? Does she have them boarded up now, or what is she doing? Because I know there were like five or six.
Back tomorrow, I talked to her, and I'm going to get something put up temporarily. And she said it would take 2 to 3 weeks, according to her landlord. Once I talk to him, I'll know a little more. 2 to 3 weeks to get the windows ordered, and then they'll put them in as soon as they get here. But we're going to get them covered up for her as soon as possible.
Well, again, CJ, that's just the best, and I appreciate it. And I look forward to meeting you, because CJ is going to be on a Wing It Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
And look, you've done such a great job with this. If you don't want to bring wings, you don't have to.
Oh, I'm bringing you wings, Todd. That's part of the deal.
Well, you bring some for yourself too, and we'll share some wings here on the show. Okay?
That sounds great.
I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's CJ Prater from Homes Without Barriers. They're located in Midway. I followed their page last night on my Facebook. So if you'd like to give them a follow, learn more about what they do, please do. 937-457-1290. We have, I started this feature a couple of weeks ago, the weirdest news you'll hear today. And we have another story. We had one last night, and we have another one tonight. The weirdest news you'll hear today.
That's some weird news of the world.
That is bizarre.
The weirdest thing I've heard today.
Where do you get this stuff?
I found a sensational story, like weird news. I thought I heard it all until now.
A lot of people, when they go grocery shopping, they go through the produce department and they buy different things to take home, and they think, hey, I'm going to make this, or I'm going to do that. And oftentimes plans might change, and you forget about that spinach that is in your refrigerator. You forget about the cucumbers, or carrots, or whatever it might be. And by the time you get back to them, they're a little, let's just say, squishy and not fit to eat. This is the weirdest story I've heard today, and probably for you as well. Scientists at MIT, that's the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, say that they have discovered that injecting vegetables with the sleep hormone melatonin can extend their life up to 10 days. They used biodegradable microneedles to add the drug to freshly cut crops and delay spoilage. And this, I didn't know this. I mean, I know that food goes bad, right? But it's estimated that currently more than 30% of the world's food is lost after it's harvested because it goes bad. That's enough to feed more than 1 billion people. Now, refrigeration, obviously, that's what most people use. But in some parts of the world, they don't have that. And it also requires a lot of energy. So they're trying to figure out a way, how can we keep this food from spoiling? So their idea was, hey, let's inject it with this melatonin, which, if you know anything about melatonin, it's produced in your brain, and it just tells you, hey, it's time to go to sleep. And you can actually get melatonin, I guess, tablets or supplements. I remember years ago, somebody suggested them to me, and I tried them, and it made my sleep worse. Now, I'm not saying it's that way for you. Maybe it works for you, but for me, it was awful. My question though is, when they do this, if the after it's injected with the melatonin, does the food taste tired? Right? I mean, this celery tastes a little sleepy. Could that melatonin get into your system and make you sleepy? You could doze off and your head fall right into that, bowl of carrots or celery or whatever you're eating.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Steve, yeah, actually, Mark Weber retired. We didn't get rid of the show. He just retired. He decided he didn't want to do the show anymore. So, he had done it for like 30 some years. And thank you. I will keep up the good work the best I can. I appreciate it. Oh, wow, Ron, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Becky, that's awesome. All right, cool. That's great. All right, Leslie, don't get upset. I got to kill the mic for a second. I got to talk to Sierra.
Sitting within two.
Thank you. I just know where it was going, you know. Marcia, Wing It Wednesday. Hello, by the way. Wing It Wednesday tonight is Heather and Celeste from Violent Free Futures in Greene County. They help people, victims of domestic abuse and violence. So I'm aware of their organization, and I thought it would be a good fit. You got it.
A few tense moments at the White House today. We'll have latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
You ain't gonna want to miss this.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Today, I sampled one of those Skyline dip Cholitos we were talking about the other night. This is their classic Cholito with sour cream and Fritos. I think it may become a problem for me. It was really good. Oh, man. And it was all I could do to keep from eating it from going through the drive-thru and Skyline and Kettering and getting it back to the station. But I'm wearing a sweater today, and I'm having guests on the show here in a bit for Wing It Wednesday, and I didn't want to get Cholito juice all over me. But boy, oh boy, it was good. It was good. 937-457-1290. Jim in Riverside. Hey, Jim.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing, Todd? This is Jim the Manwich Man.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
I am good. Hey, I just want to give a big kudos and shout out to CJ for helping the lady in Springfield out with the windows. And feel free to pass my info along to him if he needs help with labor or any cash.
Oh, that's right, because you called and you said that you would contribute.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Well,
yes,
I'll tell you what you can do, Jim, is are you on social media? Are you on Facebook?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I sent you a message, so you
Oh,
got my
okay.
info.
Well, if you go to my page, look from last night, I posted the video that CJ did about this particular woman in Springfield and the whole story, and I followed their page, so you can find their link on my Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook, and that will put you in touch with them, so you can do whatever you want.
I will get in contact with him, most definitely.
All righty, thanks.
And hey, you keep doing what you're doing, Todd. Love your show, buddy.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That line's open, 937-457-1290. Thank you, Jim. So, I'm not one to say stop listening to my show. But they're kicking off the 6 o'clock news on Channel 7, and it is the last News Center 7 that Cheryl McHenry is going to be anchoring. So what I would ask is, if you're at home and you're watching the show or listening to the show, turn it on. You'll see some great videos of her in the past, and you'll see her final anchoring. And she's wearing a red dress. So if James Brown doesn't seize the opportunity and give us a rendition of Lady in Red by Chris de Burgh, he should be fired.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Well, thank you, Captain Scurvy.
All right, I'm back. Think I need a pirates badge or a patch. Actually, somebody earlier asked me if I was trying to I'm trying to think of the word. Oh, it'll come to me. Okay, I know. I was trying to channel my inner Hemingway. Got the beard going, got the big sweater, hair's graying, got my glasses on,
In less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO, Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
This is a WHIO payroll payout alert.
Thank you, thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Hold on to your panty. The party is about to begin.
I can hardly wait.
I love this show. Check 1, check 2, check 3.
Are we ready?
Check 4.
You know what? Enough talk. It's showtime. It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
NATO, come and they barricade roads. Me say NATO. NATO, come and they barricade roads. Downtown commuters halted by a fence. NATO, come and they barricade roads. City locked down at our expense. NATO, come and they barricade roads. Come, Mr. NATO man, would you like a Cheez-It? NATO, come and they barricade roads. Come, Mr. NATO man, you will like the Cheez-It. NATO, come and they barricade roads. 1 dip, 2 dip, 3 diplomats. NATO, come and they barricade roads. When you leave, please take your trash. NATO, come and they barricade roads. NATO, 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 come and they barricade roads. Me say NATO. NATO, come and they barricade roads.
That is my gift to all the NATO diplomats and bureaucrats who are going to be causing chaos in the streets of downtown Dayton over the next 4 or 5 days. You're welcome. It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up after 6:30, it is Wing It Wednesday. We have a couple of guests that are going to be on. We've got Heather Culbreth and Celeste Turley from Violent Free Futures in Greene County. They're going to be here talking about what they do and how they help those in their community, in our community, and in your community. And they're bringing wings, so that's kind of good. And also, I've been talking about this. You've probably heard some of the promos. WHIO is going to be celebrating Independence Day, the 4th of July. And I know it's just like over about, like a month and a half, I would say. Just over a month. That's hard to believe. 4th of July always sneaks up quick. You know, you get Memorial Day, kids are out of school, and voila, people are blowing up stuff in your backyard. But we're going to be partnering with Beaver Creek, and I'm going to have some information about that here in a bit, which will be kind of fun. But we have an Ohio man to kick off the hour.
He's Ohio man, causing chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws, on the run from dusk to dawn.
So my buddy Ron Otto was talking about this story yesterday, but it's all over social media today. It's about this guy who pretended to be a 16-year-old high school student at Perrysburg Schools. I think that's in maybe Wood County, Ohio. If you didn't hear this story, this is really, really strange. So we've heard stories in the past of people pretending that they were in high school. Back in my day, we called them narcs because we always thought they were undercover cops trying to bust up the local pot ring, right? But that's not the case here. This was a guy, his name is Anthony Labrador. Kind of sounds like a porn name, doesn't it? Tony Labrador. He went to Perrysburg in November of 23. He claimed to be a 16-year-old homeless immigrant and a victim of human trafficking. He provided the school with a Venezuelan birth certificate, and it had a 2007 birth date. So they assumed he was 16. He had some sort of proof. So they allowed him to enroll in January of 2024. Around that time, the folks in Wood County, who's in charge of, kids that need to find homes, in this case, this guy from Venezuela, they found a couple who had taken care of foreign exchange students. They had some adopted kids. So they gave this couple guardianship of this 16-year-old, supposed 16-year-old. So life goes on. I guess he's going to school. He's on the junior varsity soccer team. He's on the school swim team. He's going through life as a 16-year-old kid, right? So grateful to be going to a school in the United States and having a home that he could go to every night and get a warm meal and a warm blanket. This is great. This is great. But then earlier this month, this couple got a call. And on the other end of that phone line was a woman who revealed that their 16-year-old high school student, Tony Labrador, was in fact a 24-year-old man and the father of her child. So after this is brought to light, of course, the couple who had guardianship of this adult contacted the school, who then in turn contacted authorities and said, "Hey, something's a little jinky about this Tony Labrador. We need to check on it." So they, in fact, discovered that he was 24 and that he had an expired work visa and that they considered him an overstay in the U.S. Well, we know all about the crackdown on illegal immigration. People being here and they shouldn't be, right? So suddenly he's on their list. So they're on the lookout for him. Well, I guess May 19th, he was found to be riding in a vehicle on Interstate 75. And there's video of him being cuffed and pulled out of the car. And I looked at the picture. I don't know that I would buy him being 16. Sierra, have you seen his picture?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. And
do you find him dreamy? Does he seem like a dreamy 16-year-old to you?
He looks like a grown man.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that nobody else at the school thought, really, 16? I mean, he really looks older. And he was playing sports and he was swimming. And I'm curious if he was like excelling at this, like beating all the other kids out on the field because he's older and from Venezuela, probably has some radical soccer skills. I don't know. But the question that I had, and they didn't cover this in the story, was he dating? I mean, here's this foreign, what I'm assuming his classmates probably thought, he was a foreign exchange student from Venezuela, and he's not an unattractive guy. I just wonder if he tried to date any of these girls at high school, or if the girls thought, man, he's so dreamy. I mean, Sierra, could you see girls thinking that he was, an attractive guy?
I mean, personally, I don't know, because I feel like I would call it out right away that that does not look like a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, I think you're probably smarter than the average gal. But think think about when you were 16.
I guess.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, At 16, probably,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't know any better.
Because here's the thing, he's foreign, he's exotic, he's got an accent, right?
Yeah.
He's probably got some great soccer skills out there on the field. He's on the swim team. I mean, he looked to be pretty fit. So, when
definitely.
he's standing up on the blocks in his Speedos.
Probably just be impressed that he's foreign, probably.
Right. And I
Yeah.
can totally see these. So I'm just curious if he tried to date any girls when he was in high school.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not either.
Oh my goodness.
That would be awful, but I'm sure that I'm surprised that nobody put that in the story.
Yeah.
He played soccer, he was on the swim team.
Yeah, what about his friends? He had to talk to some people. You can't go all day at school talking to no one.
He had to have classmates. He was on the teams.
Yeah.
I played soccer in school. You get pretty close to your teammates.
I know. I hope not, though. That would be awful.
You'd think after a soccer game or something, you're back in the locker room changing your clothes or whatever. Like,
Oh, no,
he doesn't seem like a 16-year-old.
No,
something's
I hope
off
not.
here.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well, anyways, he's being held in jail, and his court date is set for May 29th. But that is a weird story for sure. It sounds like something that would happen in Florida, but no, right here in Ohio. Charlie in Bellefontaine. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, Todd, great show today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was listening to your story and came to mind the officer that got him. Was he actually a Labrador Retriever?
Okay. Charlie, that was quality. That was quality. Thank you for that. You can use that tonight at home around the dinner table.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H. Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown,
Labrador
seriously
Retriever.
funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
Quality.
WHIO.
Quality stuff. I'll be right back. I got to go get my guests. I can double check, but the screen, because it's on live stream, I think I have Celeste listed first. So Celeste, you should be here.
Okay.
And Heather, you should be over
Okay.
there. Now, if I check and I actually had that reversed, I can change it, but.
Would you like your wings?
Oh, sure.
I got these from Nick's restaurant in Xenia.
Oh my gosh. This is a big night.
But I didn't know what kind of sauce you
No,
like.
it's fine.
So you've got 5 barbecue and 5 sweet hot
Sweet.
bam.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
day for a strong America. This communication is for informational purposes only and shall not be intended to or shall not constitute any offer to buy or sell securities, nor shall there be any sale of securities in any jurisdiction in which such offer, solicitation, or sale would be unlawful.
The tush push isn't going anywhere. We'll have the latest at 6:30 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
This is a job for Weenie Man.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up just after 6:30, the news. We've got Wing It Wednesday. Heather and Celeste from Violent Free Futures in Greene County, and it is a banner night. They brought me wings from Nick's. Oh my gosh. So good. So good. I know it's kind of hard to believe. We talked about this a bit ago. 4th of July is just around the corner. And, of course, WHIO is celebrating our 90th anniversary on the air, serving the Miami Valley. And we thought, it's been a while since we've gone out and done anything spectacular for 4th of July. So let's just, juice this 90th anniversary for all we can. And we have partnered with the city of Beaver Creek. And we're going to be there celebrating Independence Day. From 6 until 10:30, there's going to be a parade, and I'm going to be in the parade. Now, I'm not going to get into it now. And the next week I'm on vacation, but when I come back, I need to find the ideal convertible vehicle that an edgehead out there would be willing to drive. Now, I'm not asking to borrow your car because I wouldn't lend me your car if I were you. However, if you might be available for a couple of hours on the 4th of July and would like to show off your car, I may be your guy. So just think about that between now and the time I get back from vacation, first week of June, and we'll discuss it. But there's going to be a parade. There's going to be live music, lots of food trucks. The band Velvet Crush is going to be playing. I know those guys. I've seen them many times. They're going to be performing. They're at Rotary Park. So the parade, I think, will start at 6, and then it goes right to Rotary. And then all the fun ensues there. And, of course, there will be fireworks. But if you'd like to get more information, maybe you'd like to be in the parade. Maybe you've got a community group or, you want to be in the parade. You can do so. You can apply and register. It's beavercreekoh.myrec, like recreation, myrec.com. Or maybe if you're a food vendor and you want to come out and sell some burgers or street tacos or whatever it is you sell, you can do that. But if you'd like to come out, it's going to be a great time. I mean, we're going to be in the parade. We're going to be set up there at Rotary Park. We'll have a WHIO tent. We'll have some Evening Edge merch to give away. And it's just going to be a great time to celebrate Independence Day with the city of Beaver Creek, my hometown, by the way, and our 90th anniversary. So if you're looking for something to do, come out and see us. Beaver Creek, 4th of July.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO. WHIO.
That went in. Whoever's keeping track.
Thank you, thank you.
$1,000 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Don't hesitate to call.
You call me? You better call me.
Damn it, get me a phone.
Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Just kind of wing it and see where the moment takes us.
Yeah, I think we should probably just wing it.
If you go in there, you're going to have to wing it.
Sometimes you just gotta wing it, right?
Or we could just wing it.
Go ahead and wing it. So we're just gonna wing it?
You know, I think I'm just going to wing it.
Wing it.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and it is Wing It Wednesday, and I know that because I can smell the wings. I know you can't, but oh my gosh, these are some of the most coveted wings in the Miami Valley, definitely. Nick's on 68 out in Xenia. Holy cow, man. That was one of our stomping grounds when my wife Mary and I used to live out there. We really enjoyed that. But in the studio tonight for Wing It Wednesday, we've got the executive director of Violent Free Futures in Greene County, Celeste Hurley, along with the community relations specialist, Heather Colbreth. And ladies, thank you for being on the show tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, Heather, I know that you're a listener to the show.
Yes,
Right?
I am.
Yeah.
Mostly my husband.
Okay, so you listen because he listens.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Celeste, what's your story? Have you ever heard of this show before?
I hadn't until recently, so I'm going to have to be
Really?
a new convert.
Really? Okay. All right. Well,
But we're all making new friends.
we are. And the best way to do it is with free chicken wings
Yes.
and free airtime.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, Violent Free Futures, I did some research online, and I know that beyond being a nonprofit organization, you spend a lot of your time working with folks in Greene County who experience domestic violence, whether it's physical violence, whether it's sexual violence, whatever it might be, of all ages, right? Men and women and children.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about the services that you provide. I don't know, whoever wants to talk, go for it.
I can cover that, but we have a pretty one-stop shop, which I think is a really wonderful aspect that we have over in Greene County. And while we're located in Greene County, we do want to make sure that anybody, in the Miami Valley, and even we've had some out-of-state people that have reached out to us, we want to make sure that either if they need resources or needed pointed in the right direction, we're able to do that for them. Absolutely. But we do have a shelter where people can come and stay if they are needing safe housing, like they're really trying to, that immediate time of leaving an abusive relationship can be really dangerous. So in the shelter, we can offer counseling, case management services. We do some legal advocacy with the courts.
Right.
We can do hospital follow-up and responses to support people in that aspect as well. And then we have outreach services as well.
So one of the challenges with anybody who, needs to use your services, and you talked about, leaving a violent situation, lots of times, it could happen in the middle of the night. Well, it can really happen any day, but in middle of the night, and you don't have time to grab anything, right? You grab yourself or you grab your kids. Maybe you grab a cell phone if you're able to or whatever, and you split. Mm-hmm. You've got to have resources like that for people who show up, almost unannounced, if you will, to help them. Do you look for, I'm sure you look for donations for stuff like that and financial support and all those things, right?
Yeah, so we do have a 24/7 helpline that people can call, and really we do a lot of safety planning over that helpline. And so we'll talk to people that are nowhere near thinking about leaving, but we could just offer them some support and think about how they might want to handle and navigate their future. And then there are people that are calling and saying, I need it now. And so when we're able, we bring people in immediately. We do have a 32-bed shelter. And so we do unfortunately stay pretty full, but we are grateful to have the space when people need it. And then a large aspect of Heather's role is managing donations and keeping those organized so that when people come in, they really don't have to be spending their money that they're going to have to save up to get their own place and things like that. We try and provide that all for them.
I remember it's probably been, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. I was doing the show one night. We were doing our typical nonsense, and a woman called the show, and I could just hear it in her voice as soon as I put her on the air that this was not a typical call to not just my show, but to a radio show. And she was a young woman who was sort of in the throes of a violent, difficult situation. And I mean, I just remember not really being sure what to say to her, because that is not, my profession.
Sure. Yeah.
But I did the best I could, and I know ultimately she did get some help. I don't know what the outcome of any of that was, but for people who might be listening, who might be in that situation where, you just kind of touched on it, where maybe they're not quite ready to leave. They don't know how or what. I mean, what would you tell somebody in that situation?
Yeah, I think some of where we start is what are you hoping to see of your relationship? Sometimes there are different things, whether it be finances, kids, how long they've been in that relationship that might be keeping them there. And so what are some of the things that are keeping you there? I know a question I've asked so many people, because in some of my experience with the agency is being a counselor there. And so I've asked people, what would be your final straw? And we've really talked about, well, they've never cheated on me. They've never put their hands on me. And okay, so we could talk about how do we set some boundaries? And if those boundaries continue to be pushed, then what do we do after that? And I've had people come in the next week. You'll never believe it. I found out they cheated on me, and so, okay, now what do we do? And so some hard conversations really come out of that, of really, what do you deserve? How do you deserve to be treated? There's a lot of normal things in dating that don't mean they're good and the way they're supposed to be. So just because it's common doesn't mean it's okay.
I think the other thing that you probably hear a lot, and I know that there's people listening that, are in this kind of situation where you keep hoping for change, and I just know from some personal experience and, folks that I've known that have sort of been in those types of scenarios where, you keep hoping that if you do something better, that it's going to change the way they behave or the way they treat you. So you put all of this pressure on yourself to try to become something that is very unrealistic in hopes that that is somehow going to change the way they treat you. And it's hard to get through to somebody who's been doing that for years, because ultimately it's not you, it's them.
Right.
And it's whatever issues they have. And more often than not, I'm sure, as you know, those are the people that don't want to hear that they need help or want to reach out for help or are even willing to sort of look at themselves in the mirror and say, this, oh my gosh,
Yeah, some of the work that we do.
We don't like doing that as human beings,
Right. Yeah. Don't tell me the ways I need to grow and change. So some of the work that we do as an organization is we're involved with the juvenile courts. So trying to catch kids from a young age, because really what it comes down to is a core belief about what do I deserve in the world and why is that more important than what other people deserve in the world. And so it comes down to their desire for control over situations. And so we try and talk to them at a young age, how could we how do we maybe shift some perspectives on those beliefs?
Well, it's important for both. When you talk about the youth, it's important for both, to talk to the males and the females. Yep. And it is a generalization, 100% to say that men are typically the aggressors and women are the ones who are on the receiving end. It is a generalization, and it maybe it's unfair, but the reality is that there's some truth to that. So if you can talk to the young women about what you just talked about, being what you deserve and that you deserve good to be treated well and all of those things. But at the same time, talk to the young men who may be in a situation where they're seeing dad act that way and behave that way with mom or sister or mom or, the adult's mom or, treating an older person. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
it's like, because it's one of those things that it does get passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, it does.
You know, people who are abusers and who are bullies or whatever you want to call them,
Mhm.
oftentimes that's what they were raised with.
Yep.
You know, and they see it growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's this pattern that, well, of course, that's, and for either end of the conversation, if you're somebody that's experienced abuse, well, this is just what I can expect from relationships. Relationships have ups and downs. Ooh, we're not talking about, the same ups and downs in all relationships. And so, what is the healthy degree of that? But really, I'll challenge a thought too of when men experience abuse in relationships, nobody calls it abuse.
That's an excellent point.
How do we phrase it? Oh, she was crazy, right? It's
Right.
just the dismissive kind of comment. And so really there's the degree or the number of men that are experiencing abuse. The number that are recognizing it is even smaller, and the number
Yeah.
that are willing to talk about it, an even smaller number. So there's
Does
not
it-
often space for that conversation.
Does it take the same form generally, between the kind of abuse that a man might experience with from a woman?
I think it can look a little bit different at its core. It's all about control. And so what methods are used to gain control for somebody, you think even about a toddler, they're going to start screaming, crying, and yelling. And if that doesn't work to intimidate a person or to change the answer,
Right.
they might turn to physical. Same
The
thing can happen. with
manipulation
adults.
of
Yeah.
regard. Yeah.
So we
Wow.
have received men into our safe house because they've experienced physical violence. And so women can be physical as well and can
Right.
hurt men. And that's not a shameful conversation. I know years ago I spoke to someone over our helpline that said, she knows that I won't hit back, and she'll say that to me. She said, "You won't do anything about it," And
Yeah.
so he's like, "I'm right.
Well,
If she's
and
right, I'm
that's-
not going to do it."
And
So,
I would imagine that for a lot of those men who find themselves in that situation, leaving that scenario or that atmosphere or environment, whatever, isn't it's not so much maybe the protection of not being physically hurt.
mhm.
It's removing yourself from the situation so you don't respond in a
Yeah.
like way, because again,
Mhm.
the majority of the time, if you do that and the police are called,
Yeah.
he's
That
going to
can
jail,
happen.
you know?
Absolutely. And we have that conversation as far
Yeah.
as safety planning. Safety planning might be the two of you are volatile together, and we just
Yeah.
need some distance from that.
Right,
sure.
right. So let's talk, we got a break here coming up, but just right off the bat here, how can people find out more about your organization and the helpline and all of those things? What can people do? Because I know that there are people listening that either are in this situation or they know someone is, whether it's a loved one or a child or, just a coworker, whatever.
Well, we've got a website. It's www.violencefreefutures.com.
.org.
Oh,
.org. Yeah,
Sorry.
everybody does that. Yeah.
violencefreefutures.org. Our 24-hour hotline phone number is 937-426-2334. We've got somebody in the hotline office 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We also have an emergency text line if it's not safe for you to make that phone call.
Yeah.
Maybe you feel safer at sending a text.
You got to do it under the radar.
Yeah.
100%.
That number is 937-347-5917.
Okay, cool. I'm going to find your Facebook page and I'll like it and I'll share it. So if people need to go and get more information, but we've got another segment coming up here. It'll be short, but just hang tight. We'll be right back.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Temperatures will struggle to get out of the 50s tomorrow. We'll have the latest at 7. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Get a load of this guy.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Just kind of wing it and see where the moment takes us.
Yeah, I think we should probably just wing it.
If you go in there, you're going to have to wing it.
Sometimes you just gotta wing it, right?
Or we could just wing it.
Go ahead and wing it. So we're just gonna wing it?
I think I'm just going to wing it.
Wing it.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. It is Wing It Wednesday, and I am here with Heather Culbreth and Celeste Hurley from Violent Free Futures. Did I say that right? Violent or violence?
Violence.
Violence.
Same message.
That's why I couldn't
No more
find you on
violence in the
Facebook. Yeah,
future.
there you go. They're located in Greene County. We've been talking to them. They do great work there. So you've got some fundraisers that are coming up because, you're a nonprofit and you're always looking for ways to help folks who come to your shelter and need assistance. What are we looking at, Heather?
Well, we've got a fundraiser coming up September 27th. It's called Purses and Pastries. We hold this event out of the Sunset Ridge Lavender Farm in Enon, Ohio.
Okay.
We're looking for some sponsors for that event. We only sell 100 tickets to this. You can find that on our website. We're also selling 200 tickets. We're going to be raffling off a Louis Vuitton purse. You don't have to be present to win.
Okay.
I think it's the Diane. If
Yeah,
that means
Diane.
anything to anybody.
Oh, 100%. It's one of my favorites. I have no clue. But anyway, what the website one more time?
It's www.violencefreefutures.org.
Org. All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. I hope we covered everything that you wanted to talk about. If not, I shared a link on my Facebook page. You can go and get resources if you want to help, or if you know somebody who needs their assistance there in Greene County, you'll be able to find it. Well, thanks for coming out. And thanks for the Knicks Wings.
Yes,
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Well, there you go. There's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. Don't forget, you can get the podcast of this show at eveningedgetodd.com. Have a terrific Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Adios, cowboy.
I'm saying it's over.
I'm afraid that's all there is, my friend.
Mediocre evening.
Could have been worse.
That's it. Show's over. Well, that was exhausting.
No more fun, no refunds.
Good night, Todd.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Last show before vacation. Peace out.